Richard Smith. Gareth Roberts goes down off the start line. Two of them got down there. There's maybe Alan Dan who's got down with him. Now the race continues and Richard Smith goes. We've got a red flag up the top end there. Red flag up on the top end. So we want to go back to the start line and do that one again. These are the left-hand sidecars. This championship to them is second only to the British Championship. Steve Maitland then makes it down the first turn. Tony Venpole goes in there with him. Tony Venpole gets the slight better of it out of that corner and guns it down the back straight. Steve Maitland and Dave Holland in second place. So Tony Penfold, Carly Bell leading this one. Out of the turn they come then, flat out down the straight. Steve Maitland is right there behind them. Then Erwin Bowen, Loaded Castle, then Ken Jarvis and Jason Davis, and then Ron Jarvis and Michael Moore. Ron Jarvis trying to go around the outside, the Jarvis brothers in opposition to each other. Ron seems to have a slight advantage on the outside, but Ken's probably got the better line on the inside. Leading it though is Tony Penfold and Carly Bell from Steve Maitland and Dave Holland. Then Ron Jarvis gets the better of Ken on that bottom corner. Erwin Bowman goes wide. Steve Maitland holding on to second, but long gone is Tony Penfold and Carly Bell. As they power out of that turn, the last lap flag is all theirs. It's 25, Tony Penfold and Carly Bell. Red flag up, we've got a bit of a pile up over there, and see Michael Moore was up and okay, but Ron Jarvis I think is on the floor. Erwin Bowman's on the floor. I think Erwin looks like he's up. I think it's Odin that's on the floor. Well, you take your eyes off them for half a minute, don't you? Look what they do. 250cc solos, and here they come. No, they don't. Reps rise, under starters orders. They got the tapes, here they come. The 12 fastest 250cc riders here this afternoon go down to the first turn, and Lee Street picks it up. Alan Ship is right there with him, and Keith Strudwick slides through on the inside for second place. Lee Street leading it. Class performance here, look, all that wet, slippery, and nobody's fell off yet. 75, Lee Street. Powering out of the turn, squirting the throttle. 16, Adam Ship. Then John Pelcher. Adam Ship goes wide. Lee Street leading. Keith Strudwick in fourth. Lee Pittman is up into second place. No, that is Richard Siff. Richard Siff is up into second. Adam Ship takes that second from him and pushes him back down to third. Keith Strudwick fighting. Strudwick goes down, and down goes his best buddy, because I've forgotten his name. 75, Lee Street. Yellow flags out on that corner. 16, Adam Ship is in second. Red flag's up. The red flag goes up. Here we go then, the 250cc solo final is underway. Leading down the first turn, the third is Keith Strudwick that leads it. Lee Street is in second place. And we have one on the floor. Adam Ship it was indeed that fell off there, and he's dropped it on the first turn. Meanwhile, Lee Street's got it all going forwards. John Pilcher's going right round the outside, and I think that's too long a route. 180, Richard Sims is in second place. Keith Strudwick is there in third. Keith Strudwick in second place, Richard Sims third then Nick Ablett. Richard Sims comes up alongside Keith Strudwick and through he goes. Keith Strudwick drops down to fourth place as Nick Ablett also goes by. All the Sussex and Surrey boys, and we have another folder up that end there. Another folder up that end, but it's Lee Street all the way now. Nick Ablett takes that second place from Richard Sims. Richard Sims first to throttle, Keith Strudwick goes round the outside. Keith Strudwick comes up alongside Richard Sims, but can he get there? But red flags up. The red flags are up again. Again the 250cc race is stopped. We're looking for 6, Phil Ranson, 33, Richard Smith, 300, Terry Giles, 15. And they're away. They are absolutely away. Here they go. Number 6, Phil Ranson. Dave Rumsey goes with him. Richard Smith is going round the outside like a dingbat. Richard Smith right round the outside. Dave Rumsey sneaks up the inside of him and takes it. Dave Rumsey leads it. Richard Smith goes for it. On the inside, he's through. He's clean. He's away. Richard Smith is going for it. 10, Dave Rumsey is in second place. Then it's Phil Ranson and Wogie Giles. Takes the inside, Dave Rumsey holds him off. Dave Rumsey puts a few yards between them. Richard Smith lifts the front wheel in the air and goes for it. Charging into that pits bend and coming up on a good line. Richard Smith now and Dave Rumsey right side by side, and Dave Rumsey won't give an inch. Richard Smith again drives the outside on this corner. Very fast is Richard Smith, and Dave Rumsey is holding him out there, keeping him out in the loop. Dave Rumsey leads it. Richard Smith in second place. We've got Phil Ranson in third, then Wogie Giles. But the battle is on the front line, and Dave Rumsey's pulling away. Dave Rumsey's getting away from Richard Smith. Then Wogie Giles. Then Matt Hedrington. Then Tim Bounce. And Richard Smith comes on strong down that back straight. He's put a lot of groundwork in. Reeling him in like a fish now. Dave Rumsey slides round the turn, a good line for him. Richard Smith still making ground. Dave Rumsey, Richard Smith, then it's Phil Ranson, Wogie Giles, Matt Hedrington. Dave Rumsey riding his heart out to try and hold this race off. Richard Smith is right there with him in second place. I think we're about to get the last lap flag. Number 10, Dave Rumsey takes that last lap flag. Richard Smith is right there, he knows it's now or never if he's going to do it. Changes final level on turn to try and cut up on the inside, but Dave Rumsey is away. Dave Rumsey laps the tail end to Gareth Roberts. Richard Smith now gets caught up in the traffic. Richard Smith comes through, but it looks like it's going to be Dave Rumsey for my money. Out of that turn they come then, the checkered flag is out and it's Dave Rumsey to win. Richard Smith takes second place. Little cat back then, third is Phil Ranson, then Wogie Giles. Then Matt Hedrington. Tim Mouse, Ryan Cornelius. Here we go then, 250cc solos. That's the third time of asking. There they go. Good even start as they go down to the first corner. Adam Ship picked it up. He's trying to go through the street right there. B-Street trying to go through on the inside and he does it, and we have 3 or 4 machines all gone over down there on that corner. Nick Ablett is down, Chris Still is down. Nick Ablett has got up, walked away. Chris Still looks at a bit of pain. Has just got up. Nick Ablett's walking away, I can see him. Right-hand Sidecar running towards the first turn. And the Ray of old seems to have sorted himself out. He's got himself on the front. Round that corner they come in. Ray's got the important inside line. He's gunning for it, and Ian Leamis and Simon Beanie are right there with him. And it's Rick Holman and Kevin Jones. They seem to have one or two steering problems there on the front. Take a bit of a wider line there, and Ray took the advantage of it. Ray on the last lap flag, holding off the challenge from Ian Leamis is close as they go through that dust there. Holding the inside line, comes out of that corner. Here comes the checkered flag. Who's it going to be? Well, that's too close for me to sort out. I'll leave that one to Anne. For the 250s this afternoon, and Gary Wells gets the right. Second, back to third, and fourth Simmons comes around the outside of Gary Wells. Gary Wells powers it on in front, and Lee Street moves into second. Lee Street chasing hard after Gary Wells. Gary Wells needs it, Lee Street wants it. Through go here, and the race is Gary Wells leads it, Lee Street sizing him up. Lee Street goes for an inside line out of his corner, but Gary Wells has got it wound up, and Lee Street comes up alongside. It's a power battle now as they go into that next corner, and Gary Wells has got it moving. But it looks like Lee Street is sneaking through on the inside. Lee Street going for goal here at the race stages. In the opposite trouble, that's bad luck for Struthers. Always a regular campaigner here on the 250. Lee Street leads it. Gary Wells is all over his back wheel on the last lap. Here they come. Gary Wells has got the inside on Lee Street. He's moved right up alongside of him. He's actually got the advantage. They come out of that corner. It's Gary Wells again now. Lee Street trying hard. Southeastern Centre Championship. This week, Gary Wells leads it in the Motor Races final. And here comes Gary Wells. The checkered flag is out. It's the win for Gary Wells from 65. Lee Street in second place. Then Paul Simmons in third. Then Bill Goodman. Nick Everett, Rob Hargrave, and Alan Dan.
To see the start of race 6. In this we've got Richard Smith having his second ride of the day. He's going to be pretty warm by the end of the day. He's having his second ride of the day already. He's ridden in the 250, now he's in the 350. Followed by number 10, Dave Ramsey. 114, Tommy Rowlett's in third place. Oh, somebody's in a wobbly, he's off! Where's that? Oh, spectacular fall on the far bend there. It's got a red flag up this end, so the race has been stopped. He actually got in a right old wobbly for some 10-15 yards before he finally went over, and up and over he went. But it looks like Steve Dawes actually sitting beside Simon David. Looks like Steve Daw might be on the spectator side of the start grid. We'll see. They come past us. Simon Dawes, Steve Daw. Oh, no, he's not off. There's Steve Daw racing for it. It looks like he's off. Then he suddenly stands it up and gets going again. Simon Davey winning from Steve Daw at the moment. Simon Davey's got away. You watch this spectacular Steve Daw. Simon Davey's looking behind him. He must be there somewhere. Simon Davey trying to put on a spectacular style as well. He's kind of copying Steve Daw now. Putting that whole knee down and turning it round. Not his normal style from Simon. But you know, Steve Daw's up the inside there. And Steve Daw is closer. Will he do it this lap? He's gone up the inside of Simon. Is Simon going to let him go through? Oh, I hope this doesn't end in tears. Steve Daw up the inside of Simon Davey. But will Simon Davey be up the inside of Steve Daw this time? Daw off? No, he's not. He's still there. Simon Davey's gone a bit wide. thought Steve Dorr was off as well, I should think. But there's Steve Dorr for you. He's gone out left side of Davey now. Gonna come a gutser in a minute. Steve Dorr fourth when he went past us on the first lap. Up into the lead in spectacular style. Woo! Really, Steve. Second place, Simon Davey. What a race that was. Look how far them two are in front of everybody else. Race 26. Number 6, Sean Chick and Guy Mitchell are replaced by number 77, Trevor and Ronnie Stewart. Now up against Brian Palmer and Danny Hall. Brian Palmer is in this one as well. This will be a cracker. They're all pretty well evenly matched, those three. And those three are occupying the first three positions. But it's Brian Palmer that's got out in front. Go on, Dad, they say. Trevor and Ronnie Stewart in second place, but Brian Palmer, he's got the bit between his feet this time. Oh, they're challenging him. Raz has only just held it that time. They look a little bit quicker up the straight to the Stewards. Raz has got to keep that inside line, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Keith Drury's dropped off the pace a little bit, just waiting for a mistake by either of these. Raz holding a very tight line, he knows he needs to... Sure, they're faster up the straight, but they've got to go a long way round on the corner. Raz is losing ground over there, but just about held it. Side by side as they go into the pits bend. Raz on the inside, the Stewards on the outside. The Stewards with slightly faster bike by the look of it today. He's holding the inside line. The Stewards were looking an eye with it to come down the inside them, but decided to sit behind. They're on the last lap. Raz pushing that bike along the straight. He won't go any quicker. The Stewards' last chance to get by, but they've dropped off the pace a little bit. Raz has got a bit wide, but the Stewards are not quite ready yet. Raz wins from the Stewards. Keith Drury close behind it. Trying to get their attention, but he got a green flag in his hand. And just about to go. So they managed to get it right. Anyway, 350s, off they go. In third place, Richard Smith's in second. That's Ben Morby up in front. Dave Rumsey needs to win this one and stay on if he's got any chance of making the final on two finishes. He really needs 2 wins to do that. It's Richard Smith in front. He's going in front of Ben Morby. Ben Morby's having none of that. Whoops. That leg got a bit long in, didn't it? Richard Smith, Ben Morby. Dave Rumsey's gone up the inside of Ben Morby. Looks like both of them are going to go by Richard Smith in a minute. Richard Smith going wide to stop Ben Morby getting by. Dave Rumsey was hoping to go up the inside but didn't succeed. Right on the inside, Dave Rumsey, but Morby's gone right around the outside. Rumsey's gone in between them. Yeah. Rumsey switches to the inside. Smith and Ben Morby. This is a super race as well. Ben Morby's by Smith. Rumsey's by Smith as well. Smith dropped from first to third in that bend. Ben Morby leads. Dave Rumsey really needs to win it to make sure that he can qualify. Even then he's going to struggle with just 2 wins. Ben Morby, Dave Rumsey, Richard Smith in third. 8, Reece Wilding, back a bit. Ben Morby's gone wide. He's going to let her run. No, not quite. He's going to do it on this last bend. He really needs to win on this, but whether he'll get it or not, I don't know. It's a bit tight. A bit tight that one. I think Dave Rumsey might just have got that. Whether he's going to have enough points to make the final. Race number 32 is a commentator's nightmare because all the names have been muddled up. Numbers are right, but the names are wrong. But we have got John Underwood, Steve Dorr and Simon Davey. I don't need to see the names for those three, and Julian Phipps in 4th place. John Underwood in front of Steve Dorr. Nobody's headed Steve Dorr all day. Well, not at the end of the race, but John Underwood is at the moment. John Underwood goes like a train when he gets out of that track. There's John Underwood. Simon Davey and then Julian Phipps. Watch those three at the front there. They've all spaced out a little bit. Steve Dorr ain't got any time to do wheelies this time. He's got to try and reel John Underwood in. Is he getting closer? Simon Davey's dropped back a bit from Steve Dorr. Steve Dorr trying to reel in John Underwood, and I think he's getting closer. Down the straights, but I think he makes up a bit on the corner. He's absolutely flying around the corner this time, that Steve Daw. But he's got in front of him. He's got him. He's through. Oh, he's put John Underwood right off his side. John Underwood gone right wide that corner. Steve Daw. What a rider. Absolutely spectacular. He was a long way behind John Underwood. And he thought, I ain't pulling no wheelies this time. I'm just going to get by him. But there's you. John Underwood second. Okay, here we go then. 500 Sidecar final. All on this, Keith interesting. Raz has been left behind. No, he's not. He's up in... No, so Stewart's in second. Raz is back in fourth. Stewart's picking up a bit of the drive there. Number 19, Simon Beard's been left behind. Here comes Stewart's up the inside of Keith Drury. Keith Drury's having none of that, but I think they've knocked him a bit wide, or he's forced him wide. I think the Stewart's have got it. Or he's had to back off a little bit. Stewart's are third. Stewart's from Keith Drury. Chris Salisbury in third. Raz is in fourth place. Keith Drury's going to dive back to the inside. The stewards were there. Keith Drury's sidecar wheel come up for just a fraction of a second. Could have been a nasty... Oh, Drury's round. Oh, it's crushed. Keith Drury's crushed. Keith Drury left up. He's on the floor. Is he going to get up? I don't think he is. Is he going to get up? I think that's going to be a red flagger. Yes, it's got to be a red flag. It's much too dangerous him being there. Reece Wilding. Level on point through 117. Gareth Roberts. But they're on the line. The tapes are away. Far away now, and who is it going to be as they come past me? 90 Ben Morby. 33 Richard Smith gets to the corner first though. He's just done 6 laps on a 250. Can he hold those others back on a 350? Phil Renson a bit wide, they lost a few places. But it is number 33 Richard Smith in front at the moment. From 90 Ben Morby. A couple of people a little bit wide. 300 Terry Giles in third place. Phil Ranson gaining a few places. Reece Wilding's up there as well. Ben Morby's lost a couple of places there. He was second. Terry Giles is up to second there. Richard Smith pulling out a fair old lead on these. Terry Giles won't let him get away. They're really racing around the outside. Richard Smith, oh, near the end of the road. Terry Giles. Dave Rumsey's up there. Dave Rumsey was on the outside of Terry Giles. Terry Giles went wide. Terry Giles is going to get Richard Smith. Richard Smith's having to go now. Dave Rumsey's come up inside Terry Giles. Terry Giles went wide. He's lost the position to Dave Rumsey now. Davey Rumsey had a fall earlier. Richard Smith's wide this time. It's Dave Rumsey's one side of him. Terry Giles is the other. I think Dave Rumsey's going to come out of this best. Dave Rumsey's on the inside. But Terry Giles is not having none of it. Richard Smith's gone back to third, come back to second. Level with first, but no, it's Dave Rumsey leading at the moment. Richard Smith's off. Looks like his engine has blown off. Richard Smith off. The engine smoke. I think that might have been an engine failure that's caused that. He's managing to push it off, very sportingly pushing it off the course. He could have laid down and stopped it to let it continue. But it's 10, Dave Rumsey in the lead at the moment. That certainly looked like a major engine blow up there for Richard Smith while that smoke just as his timing. Dave Rumsey starts his last lap. 300 Terry Giles in second, 90 Ben Morby's in third now. That's left it all easy for 10 Dave Rumsey now. Matt Etherington's also up there, thinks in third place. Here comes the winner. Number 10 Dave Rumsey in the but winner of the 350 final. 300 Terry Giles, 90 Ben Morby, 5 Matt Etherington, 8 Rich Wall. Right, on the line, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I think. Well, I don't know what quite the delay is at the moment, but away. Harrison CC right-hand sidecar final. Make sure you're behind 4 rows of ropes for this one. Wow, James Rogers and Damien James, something's happened with their bike. Expect them to be somewhere up in front of this, and something's happened with the bike off the start. But it's the Wall brothers in front of the Roberts at the moment. Chris and Simon Wall at the front. Vaughan Roberts in second. It's Lee Amos come up the inside. Roberts is dropped back into third place at the moment. James Rogers and Damien James got going again now. But it's the Wall brothers. But Lee Amos coming around the outside at the moment. Vaughan Roberts is struggling back in third place. He's done some winning earlier, producing it at the moment. James Rodders and Damien Janes. I'm not going to catch up from that far back, unfortunately. I'll give it a go, but I'm not going to make it from there. I don't know quite what happened with the bike. They got off the line and it all just stopped and faded out. But let's concentrate on the leaders. It's the Wall Brothers in front, but it's 183. Ian Leone outside. Vaughan Roberts trying to keep on the pace. Lee Ray right behind him. Rick Colvin in last place at the moment. All bar number 4, James Rogers and Damien James. But what a race at the start. We've got a good race for second and third, or for third and fourth as well. But the Wall Brothers trying to hold. Oh, the spun, have they survived? Oh, blimey, how did they all start on their free wheels? 183 in the Amos now. Rick Colvin's gained a place out of that. Everybody just went where they weren't. How any of those bikes didn't go over, I just don't know. But mistake there from Chris and Simon Wall, but they got away with it. 183 Ian Leamis. He come out of that well. He was putting the pressure on well anyway. They're starting the last lap. Vaughan Roberts. He's really struggling in this final. He's ridden all well all day, but struggling in this final. 183 Ian Leamis. He's leading this at the moment. He's going to pick up the checker flag. 183 Ian Leamis and Simon Beanie. They're pleased with that. Who's going to get a second? Look at this! Oh, blimey, 181. Colvin has a wobbly moment there. I think the Wall Brothers still got second. That was a bit close. On the line. Waiting for those tapes to go up. Take them away. Who's it going to be? John Underwood played the gate. He's just gone up into third place. He's on the outside of Simon Davey. So it's Underwood in front. Steve Dawes second, Simon Davey third. Julian fifth is fourth, but he's just lost that to Mark Giles. So 6 laps of this. Underwood in front, Dawes coming up the inside. Simon Davey in third place. Julian fifth's a bit wide that time. Steve Dawes tracking John Underwood. What a race this is. Simon Davey in third place. Mark Giles in fourth. But it's John Underwood at the moment. Being pressured by, I'm sure John Underwood knows. He doesn't, he will in a minute, I think. Simon Davey getting a little bit closer to him. Steve Dawes right up the exhaust pipe now of John Underwood. John's not reacting to the pressure at the moment. If he keeps the inside line, he'll keep Steve Dawes at bay. Steve Dawes, I think, has he got him this time? I think he hasn't. John Underwood still in front. Steve Dawes, look at how close they are. Must be on his leg. Steve Dawes got him. John Underwood wide, but Steve Dawes got by. Simon Davies caught up John Underwood now. They it's Steve Dawes. No, he's not. He's still on. I could have sworn he was off. 77 John Underwood. Simon Davey come out to challenge John Underwood now. Mark Giles in fourth place. This has spaced them out a bit, but the front 3 are really quick riders. These 3 in front really are quick riders. Steve Dawes, can he stay on? He's got another lap to do. A bit wide that time. 77 John Underwood, still in front of Simon Davey. Will Simon Davey reel him in this time? Steve Dawes got to stay on. Another lap goes again. Mike has got a last as well. Simon Davey getting closer and closer to John Underwood. Steve Dawes coming around the bend for the final time. He's done it. Look at that win. Steve Dawes wins. 77 John Underwood second. Simon Davey third. A long gap then. Fourth place. 26. Mark Giles. 73 Adrian Finn. 34 Matt Thompson. 28 Lee Cross. 55 Jason Wilby. What a super race. Well done, Steve Dawes.
So away we go then with heat 3 as they come up past me for the first time. Now into that first turn, that looks like Rick McCauley's made the best of the stars. Richard Thomas has been forced to go wide and Richard Thomas pulls out on that first turn. So Richard Thomas pulls out as now both the McCauleys scrap going down that back straight. Pick them up for you as they come round this time, but I think that is Rick that's out in front is 50, so it's in fact Ian McCauley that's out in front. Ian McCauley and James Wallacott leading from Rick McCauley and Marty Taylor, who had the early lead. Now they've got to work for it. We get another retirement on that top turn. Another outfit pulling into the centre green, so we're down to 3 as they come round past us for the second time. Ian McCauley looks over his shoulder, he knows that Rick is in close contention. Looks like 1-8 west away, quite quick to see him in this one, but certainly it looks like. As we go into the last lap in this Heat 3, it is Ian McCauley and James Wallacott that lead, but Rick McCauley had a terrifically fast finishing straight then. He is going to mount a last challenge to go down the back straight, and Rick closes right up on Ian and goes round the outside. Oh, terrific back straight from Rick McCauley. Ian reacts as they come up towards the finishing line, and Ian says, "You're not coming through that way, it's going to be close on the line." But Ian McCauley, I would have suggested, has just got that one on the line. I'll leave it to the line judge. But terrific scrap from father and son. The passengers must have been wondering what was going on. What were they going to do next? Obviously the riders sorting themselves out as they get to the start. Andy Simmons pushing the start, and as they get underway, Andy Simon certainly had a very, very good start then, and he's indeed kept that start going. Tony Baisby had all sorts of problems as they go into that first turn. He connects with the outfit of Alan Pearce, I think, and Tony Baisby has lost grip coming out of that bend. Now, I'm looking to see whether there is a red flag. Yes, indeed, there is a red flag. Dave Steer has to get a win to get himself into the final. Now, Richard Thomas is way down on the points, but he's certainly capable of getting a win, and it's Richard Thomas has got to the front as they go into that first turn. Now, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock sitting in second place. They go into that bottom turn holding second, but Richard Thomas, remember, he missed his first ride, so he's only got 7 points from 2 rides. So the best he can hope for is a place in the B final, but what he can do is make it very interesting for Dave Steer, because Dave Steer is on 12 points at the moment. Add 5 to that puts him equal with Gary Jackson and Rob Wilson. So we'd be looking for 2 out of 3 on the same points. Now, to save all that complication, if Dave Steer can get the win, that would really make sure of a place in the final for him. If that would put him on 19 points, the same as Nick Turrell and John Halsey. So whilst all that goes on in the background, let's watch what's happening, because Richard Thomas looks determined to want to win this one. Dave Steer comes through on the inside though, he's looking for a way through on that bottom turn. So Richard Thomas throws it in hard into the top bend. Dave Steer forced to go a little bit wide now. Might give him a better run down the back straight, because Richard Thomas was late getting his wheels in line. He's still at the back wheel spinning, so he lost a bit of speed going down the back straight. Now Dave Steer will cut back underneath on the bottom corner, and indeed he's come up the inside, and Dave Steer gets it. Oh, tremendous ride from Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock. They really did have to work for that. I'm sure they were conscious of the fact that they needed a win in the last ride. We go then with the 500cc sidecars. Problems on that starting straight by the look of it. And Sean Chick and Guy Mitchell on the far side that have hit problems. Three outfits going in this one, but 3 very, very quick outfits. 2 of them having wins first time out. Andy Simon's had a third, so this one promises to be a close encounter as they go round that top bend. Russell Ing coming out of the bend. John Halsey closes up on him. The grip going down the back straight and keeps the power on. He leads from John Halsey in second. Andy Summers in third. What can John Halsey and Jason Glennie do about it? Russell Ing and Graham Ashby look very, very quick today. They do appear to lose between when you can keep it driving with that back row spin. And that's what I feel John Halsey. get the advantage on the exit of that top bend. Gets right up behind him, coming up past me. Goes for the wide line, that'll give him a better angle coming out of that top bend. And if Russell Ing hesitates again, but John has almost lost it up in the middle of the bend. So whatever advantage he had, he lost it, but that I think is going to be the plan of action. Russell Ing again. Watch him get closer and closer. He's gone for the inside line this time. Can he get the advantage going up the straight? Looks for a way through on the inside. Is there room? He's got through, but Russell Ing will come back at him. Russell Ing comes back underneath. John Halsey just got the lead, so he goes down the main straight. Oh, into the last turn they go. John still in the lead as they go into this bottom turn. Checkered flag goes. John Halsey takes it. Russell Ing in second. Well, it all got very, very tight on that top bend. I thought Russell Ing was going to come back underneath him, but John Halsey kept the power on. Terrific Sidecar racing for those two. And we get underway with William Victory. Remind you that top of the point scoring is number 341 top. They've got 4 riders to complete, 15 the third of them, and all sorts of problems for Ashley Denham on that top bend. Jason Stodder's got the early lead. And Ashley Denham got it very, very knotted. He's down at the moment, but as the rest of the riders go down that bottom turn, Park of the course putting a red flag up, obviously machinery and rider on the circuit, so pleased as we are to see Ashley sitting up at the moment. The rest of the riders being brought to a halt. They'll have to go down to the start and do it again. Wonder where he's coming from, and Matt Reed in all sorts of trouble on that top bend as Jason Bunyan goes right round the outside of him. And as they race into the bottom turn, it is Mitch Godden that's in second, but the red flag has been put out. We've got a rider on the top bend with machinery, so the rest of the riders being brought.
Colin Howe, Richard Smith, Steve Sarrett, Lee Street, Jason Stott, Matt Klassen, Nigel Hibbert, Steve Hall, 2 former champions in this. Richard Smith, the champion in 1998. He's there, number 33, Jason Stott, the champion in 1997, rides number 94, Jason right on the inside, and away we go, and it's Jason Stott, superstar. But on the inside of Jason Stott is Steve Sarrett, and Steve Sarrett and Jason Stott and Richard Smith right round the outside coming into second place. They come back on the inside and they're absolutely neck and neck, and it's Jason who leads, Richard Smith in second. What a tremendous battle between these two. Back in the British final in 1994, I know they had a coming together with Jason went down. Not on the outside, they swap. Behind them in third place, let's not forget the rest, is Steve Sarrett, and behind Steve Sarrett, number 26 is Colin Howe. Everybody's there. Jason's still on the inside, they'll touch on the top turn, and Richard Smith goes down. We've lost the champion on the top turn, Richard Smith on the floor. And he's not going to be very happy about that. Well, literally out of the championship in his first ride, off the end, taking the checkered flag, comes number 94, Jason Stott. He wins it. Second place goes to number 62. Behind with number 75, Lee Street. Takes the place of number 36, Mike Topolis, Richard Artsworth, James Mann, Dave Rumsey, Lee Gaten, Neil Taylor. There's some quick ones in this. Phil Ranson in the green, a good start, but Phil going backwards at the moment in his shot man. Go into the bottom turn. It is Atkin leading by a whisker from Neil Taylor, putting him under pressure. Then Tolly, then Rumsey, then Phil Ranson, and behind Phil Ranson is Lee Gates. But look at this, Tony Atkin. Comes on the inside and Tony goes wide and here comes Taylor. Neil Taylor it is up the inside. Tremendous stuff. Taylor takes it up back in second, Tony third, Rumsey in fourth, and Dave Rumsey. Little lap to go. 10 metres, then Tony Atkins. Then the flying 16-year-old. Ryan Tolley in behind. Ryan Tolley another. Tony up the inside. And Tony Atkins gets there from Neil Taylor and Dave Rumsey. And we've lost. On the outside, but it's, well, it is Chris Malone a good start, but it's Ricky Scarborough who takes it up. Wimborne at second. Back in third place there, Chris Malone. But if we look to our left, it is out in front, number 18, Ricky Scarborough. Wimborne in second, challenging on the inside, Kevin Buck. He takes up third place from Chris Malone, number 64 there. On the inside of Ricky Scarborough, if Ricky goes wide, Wayne is going to be at the inside, but no. Switches, Wayne switches to the outside, Scarborough, Broadhurst, Kevin Buck, and behind Kevin Buck. These two race together many times as they go into the last lap, and again Broadhurst tries on the outside. Scarborough, Broadhurst, Malone, and Kevin Buck, that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Scarborough gets it. Brothers, heck, now it's great stuff. Kevin Buck third, Chris Malone in fourth, behind him in fifth place, Stuart Dent, number 73. Time, away we go. Good start from Gary and Dave. Gary and Dave lead into the first turn. Andy Hopkins there and Gordon Langford in second. Third place, Steve Kenchington, that's the 1, 2, 3. Grasstrack in fourth. Well, they're coming under pressure from Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford, and I said earlier there is nobody better at coming from the back than Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford, but Gary holding that nice tight line as long as you're holding on. Going to the top 10 for the second time again. Gary, nice tight line, but here comes Hopkins in third place. Steve Kenchington and Andy Hopkins isn't beaten yet. Gary Lloyd it is then who holds. Andy Hopkins turns it over on the bottom turn and we got a red flag. The race is stopped. And away we go. 250s, heat 3. And they all go together in the first turn. We got Paul Cooper, Colin Howe, Paul Simmons, Steve Manders, Steve Shires, First time out he was fourth place, his motor just wouldn't pull, he's put his dad's engine in, he had a win in his second ride, and here comes Paul Cooper up the inside of Steve Siret. This is the lad I'm tipping to go great places. Paul Cooper it is, Steve Siret on the outside, but Steve Siret holds him up. Cooper right on the tail. of Steve Sirett, and there's a bump up there, and Paul Cooper hits it, but it's still Sirett. Cooper, stop. That's the 1, 2, 3 into the bottom turn. A little bit of dust now on the bottom turn, but here comes Cooper round the outside of Paul Cooper. Side by side, and Paul Cooper again hits the bump, but it's still Steve Sirett as they go into the last lap. Cooper in second, Jason Stott in third, and Jason Stott trying all he knows to go around the outside of these two, but it's Cooper down. Paul Cooper on the inside, and Cooper's going to get it on, is he? No, Jason Stott. Paul Cooper gets it. Jason Stott second. Third place goes to Steve Sirett. Tremendous 1, 2, 3 that. Behind them in fourth place was Steve Mander, number 951, and behind Steve Mander was Holly. Next but one, Steve Sirett is right on the outside. They get away, and it's Mark Wadsworth and Richard Smith. Richard Smith on the inside, Mark Wadsworth on the outside, and Mark going wide on the bottom turn, and through on the inside comes Jason Stott. And here comes What's the 1, 2, 3 as they go into the top end, and Mark Wadsworth gets it all locked up, and Jason Stott pushing hard, but Smith's back on the inside. Tremendous turn from Richard Smith. He takes it up again. Wadsworth dives through on the inside. Here comes David Knowles trying to come through on the inside of all of them. In second place, Jason Stott in third, David Knowles in fourth. That's the leading bunch as they come off the top bend, and it's Richard Smith again on the inside. Tremendous stuff. Smith, Wadsworth, Stott, that's the 1, 2, 3, then David Knowles, and Jason's on the inside of Mark Wadsworth. Richard Smith on the outside, Mark Wadsworth on the inside, and that's vintage Mark Wadsworth. Tremendous stuff. Wadsworth leads, Smith, Stott, Knowles, and behind them is, well, it's still all that. And he's back here, and he's going wide, and here comes Wadsworth up the inside, and who's going to get it? Wow, that is some 250 race. I don't know who won that. Mark Wadsworth, Richard Smith, Jason Stott, David Knowles. Final. Thomas gets a tremendous start, and he leads as they go into first turn. Wadsworth on the outside, Smith on the inside. David Knowles is there as well, but as they go around the first turn, it's Richard Smith, but it's Thomas who goes. Paul Cooper, back in sixth place at the moment, he's our Paul. So we look to our left, and it's Thomas leading from Smith, from Wadsworth, from Stott, from Knowles, from Cooper, and that's the order as they go in the bottom turn, and it's still Graham Thomas leading. No, it's Thomas, it's Smith, it's Wadsworth. It's Stott behind them, and then it's Paul Cooper. But here comes Wadsworth from absolutely nowhere. Smith on the inside, Wadsworth, Thomas, that's the order. Thomas doing all he knows, goes on the outside. Incredible stuff. Wadsworth leads, Thomas second, Richard Smith up the middle. Richard Smith's the spoiler in this one. Wadsworth leads as they go in the bottom turn. No, he doesn't. Richard Smith takes it up. Smith, Wadsworth, Thomas, here comes Graham. Tremendous stuff. Wadsworth comes off the bend. Richard Smith and Mark Wadsworth go over together, and Mark Wadsworth is champion again. 13 times. And Wadsworth at 39 comes back to be British champion for the 13th time. Unbelievable stuff. Taylor in this one, though, we haven't, away they go. final. And it is Tony Atkin who leads. Neil Taylor on the outside. Wayne Broadhurst a good start up the inside. So does Glenn Phillips. It's Tony Atkin who leads. They go into the top turn for the first time. Here comes Taylor around the outside of Atkin, but it's Tony Atkin who leads from Neil Taylor in second place. And look at Neil Taylor. Great stuff. John Underwood third. If they hold these positions, then Tony Atkin is going to be the champion. John Underwood has got it in touch with the night. Fourth, Dave Rumsey in fifth. That's the order as they come off the bend, and here comes Taylor, and Atkin looks behind him. If they finish in these positions, well, what's going to happen? I think John Underwood could win it. Tony Atkin on the inside, Neil Taylor on the outside, John Underwood in third, Wayne Broadhurst in fourth, and Atkin leads as they go into the bottom turn from Neil Taylor, from John Underwood, from Wayne Broadhurst, from Dave Rumsey, from Ricky Scarborough. On the last turn, if Neil Taylor can get by, it might be a different result. But no, Tony Atkin wins it. Neil Taylor second, John Underwood third, Wayne Broadhurst, Dave Rumsey and Ricky Scarborough, and behind them Glenn Phillips. A disappointing place there for Glenn. Well, don't take my word for it, but it looks as though Tony Atkin has come to beyond.
2 rounds to come. It'll be an interesting finish to that competition. They leave the poacher for the moment as they get on our way. Start gets first to the bend, but it's Paul Hurry that comes through on the inside of him. They come up over the ridge. It is Paul Hurry that picks it up and comes down past me, leading from Mitch Godden in second. Jason Handley is right there with them as well, so those three are getting away with the rest of the Jason Handley is right there with them as well, so those three are getting away with the rest of the and Tony Miles into that first turn. It looks like Paul Bickley has gone into second, Sean Conway Baker in third at the moment. They open up and they go down the Rob Wilson and Tony Miles steady state. Bickley and Paul Silver in second place. There's a lot of outfits together for this third place, so Colin Blackburn trying to work his way through. There's Craig Cheetham on the inside of those three that are battling for that third place. Good scratch between those three. It's Rob Wilson and Tony Miles Williams. Trying to get around the outside of the one in front of him. He's leaving a gap on the inside that allows Craig Cheetham to come through. So Craig Cheetham does indeed move through into fourth place, in fact, to Sean Conway Baker and Shane Woodley, who kept that third for the moment. Tony Miles are going to take their first win this afternoon. Introduce him formally to you all as we're now underway with race 8, and as they fly into that first turn it's all starting. As they get underway they come past me, and it is Alan and John that have made the best of the starts. Duncan Tolhurst is right there with them. Paul Whitelam is up in there in third place. So as they go round that first turn, Duncan Tolhurst looking to try and get past Alan Lewis. Hit the back wheel of Dave Steer, but both of them okay. As we look to see him go into that top bend, Alan and John Blewett looking to have a go once again at Duncan Tolhurst. Drives through on the inside again. Dave Steer's come through on him. So Dave Steer now getting in on the action as he closes right up on the back wheel of Alan and John Blewett. So Duncan Tolhurst must have wondered where Dave Steer was coming from, but Alan and John Blewett. Dave Steer looks for the gap on the inside. Drives hard into this top bend. It's one more lap to go, and Duncan Tolhurst must wonder what he's got to do to try and get past these two. Dave Steer closes right up on Alan. Tremendous tactics, and Alan and John Blewett knew he was there, knew what he'd done. Terrific ride from Alan and John Blewett. Has come through on the inside now, moves right up on the back wheel of Phil Ashcroft. So Mitch Godden now starts to work his way through and gets himself to the front. He just missed out on qualifying for the A final. He's now got himself to the front. Starts to close up on them. Into the top bend they go. Mitch Godden setting a very furious pace. Into the fifth bend they go for the second time. Taylor certainly isn't out of contention in fourth place at the moment. But Mitch Godden still with his nose in front. Comes around off that top turn. Phil Ashcroft is holding a much tighter line on that top bend. I think Mitch Godden has realised that. Phil Ashcroft is going in slowly, so he must be looking for a wide entrance and a tight exit. Mitch Godden is going to try and keep the speed on. That's exactly what Phil Ashcroft does, and Phil Ashcroft has come through. Very, very close on the line. I would have liked to try and separate that one. Fortunately, I'm sitting just to the left of the exit line, so I haven't got to make a judgment. So 6 outfits go in every single race this afternoon. I've said it before, I don't mind saying it again, everyone seems to be like a final. Alan and John Blewett trying to get a jump on the start. They get away this time cleanly though, as Ivor Matthews has made a good one. John Halsey in fact is back in the field, and Alan and John Blewett have made the best of the starts. Ivor Matthews is up there with Rob Bradley. Alan and John Blewett have got their heads down. They know they're in front. Everybody else has got to do the work behind them. John Halsey tries to go around the outside of Rob Bradley. He's still battling for that third place as Ivor Matthews is still pushing for that. We know we've seen them have great results here at North Berks. They've come off that top bend. Ivor Matthews still looking for a way through. John Halsey and Jason Glennie still in that third place now as they start to close the gaps on the leaders. Now this could get interesting because as Ivor Matthews looks for a way round, in close contention. That's where the gaps start to open. You can see John Halsey knows it as well. Will Ira Matthews go for the outside again? John Halsey's got through. John Halsey goes through into second place. He's now going to try and hold down. Halsey and Jason Glennis, they've gone wide on that final bend. It's not over yet as Ira Matthews has come through in the second. John Halsey gets it, Ira Matthews gets second, Alan and John Blewett, after leading for so long from that start, they have to be content with third. What a superb sidecar race that turned out to be. Go to race 17, a chance to see in action once again. Number 1, Kelvin Tatum. Number 86, Paul Hurry. Made a terrific start. Well, Paul Hurry has certainly got the lead as they go into that first turn. Kelvin Tatum is back in third, but now moves himself through into second. So, Paul Hurry away down the back. Paul Hurry comes back at him, but Kelvin Tatum again goes for the inside. Great scrap between these two as Paul Hurry comes back at him on the inside. Oh, terrific race between these two. Tries to come back underneath. We've seen this toing and throwing, and Paul Hurry just gets the lead. Kelvin swaps again and goes for the inside. Paul Hurry comes back in, but this time on the outside. So Paul Hurry stays wide this time. Paul Hurry goes wide on Kelvin Tatum. Tries to get round the outside. Kelvin is looking for him. He'll be the master of the line into the top bend. Paul Hurry tries to stay tight to him. Closes up on the exit of the bend, but Kelvin Tatum looks to have the bit between his feet now. This time and Kelvin Tatum's going to make it 3 out of 3. Tremendous effort from Paul Hurry. Number 8, Vince Kinchin gets third place. Number 10, Tony Atkin in fourth. And 50 for Ambrose in fifth, but what a tremendous effort from Paul Hurry. We move to race 18 and we see Scott Nichols and Steve Schofield, both 2 rides and 2 wins. Made a terrific start. Jeremy Doncaster on the inside. We're looking for Scott Nichols. He's in third at the moment, but it is Steve Schofield has got away. Jeremy Doncaster is down the outside, looking to get himself up into second. Steve now must know that he's there. He's got the work to do to keep him out as he goes down the back straight. Remember, both these riders have not been beaten so far. Off that bottom turn they come, both of them head down, trying to get maximum grip up this finishing straight. Oh, Scott Nichols has certainly tried something different. He's gone for a very wide line on that top turn. Now it might give him a bit more speed down the back straight. Well, Jeremy Doncaster looks to have lost down on that turn. Steve Schofield may still have the lead, but Scott Nichols again is going to the outside, and Scott Nichols is all the way around the outside. Tremendous top turn for Scott. On the fast lap, he's got away with it. He comes towards the line. It is Scott Nichols that's going to take the win. Steve Schofield in second, John Underwood in third, and Jeremy Doncaster in fourth. Well, what a tremendous rider Scott Nichols is proving himself to be. He experimented by going wide on that third lap. He then indeed done exactly that on the fourth and got the win. Oh, we watch the tapes go this time. They go quickly this time as they get underway. Alan and John Blewett, in fact, have made the best of the starts as they go into that bottom turn. They've got themselves in front. Well, as they go into that top turn, it's all getting very close at the back of the field, but it is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves that have got in front of Alan and John Blewett. Duncan Toller is trying to follow him through as well as he goes up into second place. It's all very close on that far side. Third place. They come together along that far side.
Without doubt, probably the worst crash so far seen this year in the sidecars, with Duncan Tollis getting hit by Rob Bradley. Wow, going right up in the air. And unfortunately, this has forced Colin Hill into retirement, Duncan Tollis' passenger. There were a few broken bones, but not as many as you may have thought after watching this in slow motion.
Will indeed be a red flag. Obviously, we've got outfits on the far side.
Okay, buddy. Okay, mate. Bill, do the shot. All right, okay. Okay, cheers, mate. Bye.
Roger, can I have a pass, please?
Well, I can see obviously there are quite a few people moving across the circuit. On behalf of the club officials, can I ask you please, if you're not directly involved, on the medical staff or the officials of the meeting, can you please remain back behind the ropes? There are professional staff over there dealing with the situation, so please, all of you that are rushing across there, please can you get back in the pits. Green in the same sense has gone right next to him. Steve Schofield is in the position where I've seen him have the best start this afternoon. As they get underway, Joe Screen has made an absolute flyer. It's Joe Screen that dives into that first turn in the lead of Scott Nichols in second place. We've got problems with falling riders on that first bend, so I'm expecting to see a red flag. It will all be brought to a halt. Oh, Joe Screen has now seen it. Scott Nichols has now seen the red flag. They slow down. And unfortunately we lost two riders on that first turn, so they will be coming back to the start line to once again do it all again. So they've all sat there in the pit box. They've watched what's happened with the first semi-final. They know that points have been dropped. So what can they do in this second semi? Oh, it promises to be an interesting one as the tapes look to go. Oh, quickly the start marshals hold the tape down. It wasn't just one outfit there. I think there was two or three that had tried to anticipate the start. Oh, they're again holding them on the start line. They're not happy. Oh, again they're holding him. Rob Wilson very disappointed, looking away when the tapes went, but Kenny Hamill has made another flyer. Kenny Hamill has got to the front as they go into that first turn. They're all sorting themselves out behind them. That's John Halsey. On the inside of John Halsey. So Rob Winterburn it is, and locks it up on the inside. John Halsey in fact loses her second place. Rob Winterburn cuts across in front of him. John Halsey will again try and attack him, but it's Kenny Hamill and John Richards that have got the lead. Kenny Hamill and John Richards, who we saw have that fantastic heat in their fourth. Going up the back straight, Rob Winterburn's not out of the game yet either. Rob Wilson is in fourth place and closing on Rob Winterburn. Richard Thomas is in there as well. But at the moment, it's Kenny Hamill and John Richards that have got away. John Halsey and Jason Glennie in second place. We said this sidecar competition would be tight. It really is between anyone of them. And Rob Wilson has now started to close up on John Halsey. So it could get close as we come towards the checker flag. They've got one more lap to go. John Halsey and Jason Glennie go for the outside. Oh, they're looking for a wide line into that bottom bend. They've closed right up on Kenny Hamill this time. It's all very, very close on that bottom turn. He's taken the gamble of going wide on that top turn. He's got to come in tight on the close of this bend, but Kenny Hamill's done enough. Kenny Hamill is going to get to the line and get the win. Kenny Hamill gets it. John Halsey and Jason Glennie get second. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles get third. So yet another spanner been put in the works as the points remain very, very close indeed. It will be decided now as they start to get themselves settled down on the start line. Interestingly perhaps, Gary Jackson has gone for an inside gate. John Halsey next to him. Tim Bennett is right on the inside. Up go the tapes and we get underway with the final of the 1999 British Masters Sidecar final, and John Halsey has got himself to the front. John Halsey is in front as they go round that first turn. The rest off that top bend, and they come down past us at the end of the first lap. Gary Jackson and Cole Pugh have got up in the second. Ivor Matthews is up there in fourth place at the moment, pushing Gary Jackson all the way, and Gary Jackson has got wide. John Halsey's gone very, very wide, and Gary Jackson has noticed that he's coming through on the inside, but John Halsey comes back at him. Now it was in this bottom turn that Gary Jackson got closer last time. Rob Wilson isn't out of contention either as they get close in that bottom turn. And Rob Wilson has seen a gap. Rob Wilson has come through on the inside of Gary Jackson, got up into second, has he? He has indeed got up into second. Rob Wilson gets up into second. And indeed, as he goes around that bottom bend, Rob Wilson is up in the second place. Slows it all up in second place. Gary Jackson is sitting in third as they go across the line. It's John Halsey and Jason Glennie that have got it. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles in second. It means that we have got a British Masters champion in 1999. John Halsey and Jason Glennie. This is the one they wanted. They won many, many meetings already this year, but this was the big one. Nobody enjoyed the controversy that followed the 1997 meeting. They've settled it out on the track this afternoon. The new champions are John Halsey and Jason Glennie.
Grasstrack racing on the 31st of October. Away they go, then off that start line, down the first straight they go. Bit of a first straight, round the turn. Right round, and B-Cross has nowhere to go but into him. The red flags are out, the race is being stopped, the first aiders are on their way. That is real bad news. Matt Thompson just couldn't help but spin right round in a circle, and Lee Cross had nowhere to go to miss him. The first aid boys are here. Mitch Godden parades round slowly. Mitch Godden has with him this afternoon some friends across from Japan.
Luckily, in the end, both riders did, although looking at that bike, it's hard to believe, but both riders actually got up and walked away from that accident.
Fight to win it. 4 laps. There they go. Nice shoes and brake as they go down the first straight. Who's it going to be? Tony Bentford picks it up on the first turn. Phil Phillips is there in second place. Will Phillips powering around the outside, cuts back for the inside but can't make it. Oh, and over goes Tony Penfold. Well, they were both up and on their feet, but they both decided to crawl to the inside of the track and have a breather. Not good news there. That machine certainly did go up in the air. Of course the red flags are out, the race has been stopped, and the first aid boys are right on the case.
Very wide, and it is come towards us. John Halsey on the inside. Kenny Hamill is right there with him though. Well, it is Kenny Hamill that closes in, but John Hiscock has... John Halsey has indeed Ivan Matthews is having a great scrap with Gary Jackson a bit further back. Keep your eye on that one. But for the moment, the lead is with John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Kenny Hamill up there in second place. Dave Steer and Rob Sharax in third, looking to try and get that second. Ivan Matthews is there. They're going to be a change in second as we go into this one and third. There's certainly a change in fourth because Ivan Matthews has come through. So it's all getting very, very tight in that second, third and fourth place. Well, McTarr is the one who's trying to get through now. He's overtaking Gary Jackson and Garvin to fifth. But again, he gets past for that fifth. And Gary Jackson and McTarr come together in that top turn. As they go down the back straight, it will be the last lap flag for them as they come out. But unfortunately, the red flag has been put out on that bottom turn in the interest of safety. We've got riders and machinery on the circuit. So, the tension builds as we now start the bonfire burn-up for 1999. It was Jason Crump that had gone back to the pits. He now comes to the line. Will he be the challenger to Gert Riss in this first race? Can any of the others get the break on the start line into that first turn? Hold everybody else up. Jason Crump has made the best of the start. Crumpy goes wide into that first bend and he's gone very wide. Gert Riss all really outside. Countryman Herbert Rudolph has got the lead at the moment. So Will Slade starting to get away from the rest of the Number 20, Herbert Rudolph, a rider that we didn't know too much about before this afternoon. They said he is an up-and-coming star in Germany, and he's about to show us exactly on the inside and trying to take the lead, but Herbert comes back at him. He's been forced to go wide, and Gert Riss now takes the lead as he goes up the back straight. This afternoon. He gets second. Jason Crump is third. Oh, what a tremendous way to start the 1999 burn-up. That's the sort of racing we're in for this afternoon. So we now move to race 12. Anxiously looking at the riders going in this one. I didn't think there would be any retirements. So disappointing for Ivan Matthews. I'm sure he'll be looking to get another ride in the third legs. But can John Halsey and Jason Glennie make up for that disastrous first ride? Nobody can predict a puncher. They get underway, and as they go into that first turn, it's perhaps Dave Steer and Craig Cheatham on the inside that have made the best of the start. John Halsey Halsey comes through into second place. He's got Andy Simons on the inside of him, and Andy Simons looks to have made the better of it. So while John Halsey thought he was fighting with Craig Cheatham, quickly Sean Yates is up and on his feet. Now the rest of the competitors carry on, although I can see now that Dave Steers put his hand in the air. The clerk of the course on the far side puts the red flag up. And really they're all starting to take points off each other. What can Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie do in this one? They have had 2 rides and 2 wins so far. Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh are in there with a shout. They're on 9 points from 2 rides. John Hiscock and Jason Gill on 8 points. They go in this one. Oh, away they go, and Duncan Tolis has missed the start completely. He's let the rest of the field go. So if he's going to win this one and keep the maximum, he's really going to work hard. Duncan Tolis is starting to come back, and Gary Jackson turns it sideways. Oh, Gary Jackson indeed turned round on that bottom bend. As you can see, there are officials quickly over to the scene. Red flag obviously out in the interest of safety, but I would request to all of you that you leave the officials to it. As they pull them up to the start line, you can see there's Kenny Hamill and John Richards with no power on. They've asked the starter to hold everybody up while they get it restarted. Quickly get the machinery going. So as they come towards the line, this is the last of the qualifying heat. They get underway, and Duncan Tolis has missed the start again. So he's right up the top of the point scoring chart. Richard Thomas has got to the front on that in third, Kenny Hamill and John Richards, but Paul Johnson comes through. Paul Johnson goes through into third place. So Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodward with the lead at the moment. Bottom bend. It's very quick, but it's a long way round. Mark Edwards is trying the outside now. He's looking for an outside line. So he's realised no gas being left on the inside by this. Drives hard round this bottom bend. It's the last lap flag for them this time as they come round. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodward could be finding a way into the final with a win here as they go round that top bend. Marcus switched to the inside, and it's going to be close to the line, but Richard Thomas does it. Mark Edwards in second, Kenny Hamill in third. Well, that really was a brilliant ride for Richard Thomas and unfortunately Anthony Swire is left on the line. Was he sitting in neutral, I wonder? Well, they get underway as the race will be stopped. As they two holes down by me, the top riders on the far side. I believe one rider went down, the other rider went over the top of his machinery, so we'll have to call them back for a restart. So let's give you the lineup for this solo grand final. And I've not heard to the contrary. I expect this one to be over 6 laps, as is always with the bonfire burn-up. A title that they all want to win. It's been won 4 times by Steve Schofield. It's been won twice by Simon Cross, Mark Loram, Jeremy Doncaster and Kelvin Tatum. We've never before seen the fantastic rider Gert Riss from Germany riding in a bonfire burn-up. This is his first visit to the Tunbridge track. He said this morning that he enjoyed the track in practice He's gone out and got to the final with 4 wins. Can anybody stop him? Coming to the line then, he's number 1, Gert Riss. Number 5, Paul Hurry. 17 is Joe Screen. 3 is Steve Schofield. 20, Herbert Rudolph. Number 2 is Jason Crump. Number 4, Matthias Kruger. And number 6, Jeremy Doncaster. What a sensational lineup for the 1999 Bonfire Burn-Up. The top point scorers get first choice of gate. Gert Riss, I noticed, took this outside gate. Now, is the tactic going to be that everybody else will bunch on the first bend? He rides the boards round the outside in all the built-up loose. We've seen it work 2 or 3 times for different riders this afternoon. I'm sure that's going to be Gert Riss's tactic. Paul Hurry has chosen a line right alongside him. Schofield has taken a successful grid in the middle. That's where there's been some quick starts this afternoon. Away they go. Jason Crump has made a good one. Gert Riss on the outside. Jeremy Doncaster's in there as well. As riders together as they go into that first turn. And indeed the red flag is up straight away. Gert Riss will throw himself to the front. He'll see the red flag as he comes round to us. Oh, we quickly look to see who those riders are that have fallen on that bottom bend.